My name is Dorcas Ajikugene, and I will be taking you on the journey of understanding, what Cordyceps militaris can do. And I'm not alone today, okay? I have a special guest in the house. But before I introduce the special guest in the house, I really love to tell you about LONGRICH Bioscience. Now, this particular product we're going to be talking about today is manufactured by LONGRICH Bioscience. Now, LONGRICH Bioscience is a company that is highly vested in research and development. LONGRICH has 10 research and development centers scattered around the world. We have branches in the United States, in France, in Switzerland, in Italy, in China, and in Japan. Now, these research and development centers have been put together to ensure that we have top-notch products. Okay, so you can count on the products we're going to talk about today because research has been done exhaustively to produce value. Okay, now as you know, LONGRICH has over 2,000 quality products, over 2,000 products. Okay, so we're talking about a big company that is highly vested in different types of products. Now, moving on, just a minute. Moving on, I would like to let you know that these products can be categorized in, 6 major categories. We have energy products, we have female care products, baby care products, personal care products, nutritional drinks and smoothies, and nutritional supplements. Now, today we will talk specifically on one, which is the Baoteng Cordyceps militaris. Now, my special guest today is called Jemima Eromosele, and she's going to be sharing with us, her thoughts on this beautiful product called Cordyceps militaris. So, Jemima, if you're on this call, I would love you to say hello to everyone. I'd love you to say hello. Please come on camera and let's see you. So, you can unmute yourself now.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jemima Eromosele, and I'm delighted to be on the call tonight. Okay, so as our coach has mentioned earlier, we'll be talking about the Cordyceps militaris capsule. Okay, but before we talk about this capsule, this supplement made by LONGRICH International, let's just look at what this supplement contains. Why is it important that we take this? Why is it recommended for people that are suffering with chronic issues, and more details about how it has come into existence, who has used it? Because obviously, if you want to use something for yourself, you need to have gotten enough reviews that has this worked for this person, has this person used this, like that, okay? So let's go into it, okay? Cordyceps is a fungus that lives on certain caterpillars that are in the high mountain regions in China. And this is around the Tibetan area. Okay, when they found this product, the traditional healers have discovered that this particular ingredient can be used to take care of chronic issues. In fact, they used it to take care of a lot of issues. They recommended this Cordyceps as a tonic for all kinds of illnesses. Why is this so? Because it's not just recommending it. They've seen that when they recommended it for people, it has helped to improve people's energy, people's sleeping habits, their digestion, their stamina, even endurance and libido. There are over 600 species of Cordyceps, okay? And these Cordyceps are well known for its biological effects because they've used it. It has worked for every type of illnesses that you can think of. And they've witnessed it. It's not just hearing that it has worked for this person. They've witnessed it and they've used it over time. So using it for different kind of illnesses, using it for different types of people. Of course, we know that people have different types. People have different body types, and it has worked for each one of them. So they recommend this, and it's a very, very important ingredient. That's just the Cordyceps, okay? Cordyceps is a mushroom that is long. It has a finger-like body, and it's usually brown and orange-brown in color, okay? But one thing we need to know is that the natural Cordyceps militaris is not easy to come by, okay? And it can be very expensive. So when we're when the scientists are trying to use cordyceps in the supplements, they make use of the one that are grown in the laboratory, okay? Because they need to use this ingredient in certain supplements that can be used to take care of chronic issues that they want to handle. So on the screen, you can see a picture of how the cordyceps looks like. It might be looking funny to you, but believe me, this thing you are seeing here is really, really effective for chronic illnesses, and it can work for every type of illness, okay? But then we'll now be going to the cordyceps militaris. This ingredient we talk about is contained in this capsule. You can remember what our coach said earlier, that LONGRICH has 10 research and development centers. So LONGRICH have researched about this ingredient, which is cordyceps, and they've decided to put into one supplement that can be used in solving 1,000,001 chronic issues you can think of. It's a natural antibiotic, and not just anyhow antibiotics. It is a 2,000 years old Chinese antibiotics. I mean, something they've been using for over 2,000 years. That is something that has worked for a lot of people. They've done trial and error, and they've seen that this thing is something that works, and it has zero side effects. It can be used to handle chronic issues, like I mentioned earlier, diabetes, fibroids, and even cancer. It helps to revive dead cells, okay? Because what I mean by that, for example, now you're using the normal antibiotics you get out there, you just use it to, probably someone is suffering from so illness, the person takes an antibiotic that takes care of that illness, and then after a short period of time, something else comes up. We're not saying you shouldn't take antibiotics, okay? But then why not try an antibiotics that not just take care of what you're battling, but goes to the root of what is causing that issue or that challenge and takes care of it from that root. You could agree with me that someone that wants to clear out a piece of land, probably there's a grass or weed on it, and probably after he clears it out, he leaves the place, he go out and comes back, probably like, let's say, a month or so. You agree with me that that grass or that field will be filled up with another type of grass because he did not use it. He just did what he wants to do and he left there. That's how the cordyceps, that's how the XYZ antibiotics works. You can take it today, and then after some time, it brings out, or it goes down there to cause something that is detrimental to the health. But then the cordyceps militaris, which is a natural antibiotic, helps to solve the chronic issue, goes to the roots, and then takes out whatever kind of issue the body is battling with, and puts your immune system, telling your immune system that we are giving you energy to fight, so that in case there's anything that wants to come in contact with the body, the immune system is strong enough to fight all of this. And take note, all these ingredients are natural. So you are not scared that, okay, there's something that is going to affect your body system. No, they are all natural, and they are very, very good for the health. It eliminates fatigue. It is good for anything, lungs, your kidney, liver, the heart, any chronic issue in the body. In fact, this product is one amazing product that everyone should take. And if you are thinking that, okay, probably I don't have all these chronic issues, I don't need to take the militaris, it's not for me and all of that, why not use it to boost your immune system? There are a lot of illnesses that some persons are battling with that they do not even know that they have. There's a saying that says prevention is better than cure. So why wait to start having those issues before you take a supplement that is natural and that has been well researched on to take care of your health? So you need to start taking care of the body system. And now that you are aware of what it contains, where it came from, how people have used it in the past, the different illnesses they've used it to solve, and how it has helped them to attack all these illnesses, why not try it out? Okay. It also helps to boost sperm counts. A lot of persons are complaining about this. The LONGRICH cordyceps militari, because of what it contains, helps to boost that. Okay. And also it helps to improves respiratory functions. I mentioned that it takes care of the liver, the heart. It also helps to regulate the blood pressure. Blood pressure is one thing that a lot of persons are battling with. In fact, some people don't even know that they have it. Okay, so since we are not aware, and we sometimes some illnesses don't give signs at the first stage, why not start taking care of your body system? You are sure that this product is well researched on, no side effects. So you need to start taking care of your system. You need to attack whatever illness is trying to come into the body and boost your immune system, so that even if the product has helped to take care of what is you are battling with, there is no way that another one is going to come up, or there's no way that that same issue you're battling with is going to come up. So that's all on Cordyceps militaris. And I hope that you're listening to me on this call. You'll try it out. And if you have anyone that is battling with any chronic issue, you recommend this to anyone. And trust me, it's going to work. It has been researched on, no side effects. So trust me, you are using the best products.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you very much. You did justice to it. So I know that if you're on this call, you've learned about what cordyceps, where cordyceps is from, what cordyceps can do, and the benefits attached to cordyceps. Now, this second segment is going to contain vital proof. So I'm going to be proving to you reasons why everything you're seeing on your screen is true. Because you see, it's one thing for a person to go out and say, hey, look at my products. It's a natural antibiotic. It can take care of your lungs, your kidney, your liver, your heart. It can boost, you know, some people ask you, wait, is this your product, Bugonishe, according to the Yorubas, right? Is it everything it can do? Why can it do everything? Or are you just trying to sell? So in order for us to let people know that it's not just about trying to sell, our product can do what it's talking about. It has constituents within it that makes it very effective in achieving everything we've listed on the screen. So let's go. Are you ready? So the philosophers, the scholars in the house, let's get ready, because I'm going to be very fast. So I need you to, you know, come up with speed because of time. Don't forget, we just have less than an hour to do this. So let's go. Now, moving on, we're going to start from cordyceps habitat, because you see, I need you to understand how cordyceps works and how it is in the natural state. Now, as you know, cordyceps is a fungus, right? One thing you need to know about this fungus is this: it infects insects or arthropods. Okay, so every type of cordyceps, you know, we have over 600 species, close to about 700 different species of cordyceps. They all have cordyceps. So you hear one called Cordyceps militaris, Cordyceps sinensis, Cordyceps this, Cordyceps that, different types. Okay, now each type of cordyceps has a peculiar insect that it can attack and live on in a parasitic relationship. Okay, and what it does is that when it, you know, attacks this particular host, it will replace the tissues of the host with itself and begin to grow out of that particular host. So it's just like entering into something, then you begin to sprout out of that thing. You start, you know, forming your finger-like structure in that being. That's how it works. So number one, when it will release its spore into the air. Then if a host is nearby, it will infect the host and begin to grow out of the host. Now, certain species of cordyceps, such as Ophiocordyceps unilaterus, can alter its host behavior. In other words, when cordyceps, you know, gets into the host, it will begin to command the host to do certain things, right? Now, let's look at cancer. What does cancer do? When the DNA of a person is mutated, the cancer cells begin to command the person's system to begin to act accordingly. It will begin to bully the blood cells, begin to bully other cells to carry out actions that will benefit itself. The same thing with Cordyceps militaris. Okay, when Cordyceps gets into a host, it has a way of manipulating the host to do what it wants. It could even make the host kill itself. It should die. It could tell the host to die, and the host will definitely die. Okay, so let's move on, right? So Cordyceps militaris, I mean the species called Cordyceps militaris, not the other brands now. Cordyceps militaris now. It invades living insect pupa. So an insect in the pupa stage is, infected by Cordyceps militaris. It begins to draw nutrients from the pupa, and that enables the fungus to grow and generate spores for reproduction. So it's able to reproduce within the pupa, right? Now, I'm going to use an ant, for example, to explain how this parasitic relationship works. Now, once an ant is infected, Cordyceps causes it to climb. Okay, so you find out that the ant will begin to climb on the plants, and it will go to the top of the plant towards the stem or a strong part. It will ask it to put its mandibles to bite into the stem and wait to die. It will now stay in a frozen state and die. Now, while the insect is dying, cordyceps will begin to grow out of it. The spores will begin to come out, the tentacles will begin to come out. Whatever shape it is, it will begin to form on it. Now, the moment an ant is, the moment it comes out, like it begins to share more spores, so that if there are other ants or pupa level insects, they will get infected and it will begin to multiply. That's how it multiplies. Now, when a particular ant is infected, now this is interesting, right? The ants within that region are already very sensitive. So what they do is that when they notice one is infected, they quickly, discard off that insect so that they don't get infected. Because the cordyceps is so powerful that it can actually wipe out a colony of ants. When they have their ant hills and all that, if one cordyceps gets into that place, it can wipe up the entire colony, to tell you how powerful this fungi or this fungus is. Okay, now cordyceps excels at infecting and killing only insects. So don't be afraid, okay? It cannot infect humans, okay? It cannot infect humans. It has its own interaction with humans. Now, this is an example of what I just gave you now. So here you can see an ant, right? That's infected this ant, has made the ant, bite into the leaf here, and the spores are coming out. If you're following my cursor, you can see the spores, right? You can see the cone-like, structure forming here. Now, this looks like a grasshopper, and you can see it coming out here. This is like a moth. This is another, you can see different species. This is how they attack their insects, and they begin to spread, they begin to grow, they begin to increase, while they look for other, insects to infect. Now, what are the effects of Cordyceps militaris in humans? Now, different species of cordyceps have different beneficial properties. Okay, and I'm not going to be talking about a type specific, a particular type. I'm going to be talking in general terms. Okay, so this natural cordyceps, the species have anti-cancer properties. They have anti-proliferate, they have anti-angiogenic activities. They have anti-metastatic activity. In other words, when cancer cells need to move, they have the ability to stop cancer cells from moving. They have the ability of preventing inflammation. They have the ability of, combating free radicals through their antioxidant, activity. They are anti-sclerotic. They are anti-hypertensive, they are anti-thrombotic, they have anti-malaria actions, they have anti-fungi actions, they have hypolipidemic actions, they have anti-diabetic and hypoglycemic and anti-asthmatic actions. Now, these are a lot to take, right? So if you have your phone, you can quickly screen grab this and study this later, okay? So it contains compounds that help to boost your immune system. Cordyceps has compounds within it that helps your immune system to respond and fight against challenges. It also has activities that can call your immune system to order. In other words, if your immune system is the one acting out, as in the cases of asthmatic issues and other, issues that are, related to immune responses, cordyceps has a way of calling your immune system to order by causing certain precursors to be triggered to ensure that your immune system does not malfunction. And that is why it is able to carry out all this beautiful, beautiful stuff we're talking about. Okay, I ensured I made references here so that in case you want to research, you can research on it on your own. Okay, now, Cordyceps militaris is found in high, altitude. And because of that, it's important that we have it in large quantity, right? Now, for the Cordyceps sinensis species, which is more researched and more expensive. You cannot manufacture that in the laboratory. But you see, the Cordyceps militaris species is such that can be cultivated. You can see the cups here that they use in cultivating them in the laboratory, right? So you can cultivate them in the laboratory at, controlled, temperatures and in culture bottles, the way you can see them. You can see it here in very big quantity, because if you're to wait for the natural way, trust me, it's very difficult to get. Now, let's go back to the traditional use of cordyceps. So before the industrial, culture and all that, there was actually a traditional use of it before, it became, popular and industry started, utilizing cordyceps. Now, some communities, they dissolve cordyceps in milk. So when they harvest cordyceps from, the top of the mountains and all that, they take it, they bring it in, convert it to powder, dry it up, convert to powder, and they dissolve it in milk and they take it that way. Some others will put it in alcohol, they add alcohol to it and they take it that way. Some others will just use hot water, they take it like coffee or like tea, and they just drink it to carry out different, to take care of different things. Some take it as enhancer for desire, as an aphrodisiac. Some others people take it for sexual potency. Some others use it like their morning tonic, like their morning tea, to boost their immune system. But whatever action you utilize it for, one thing you need to know is that the mushroom has a lot of bioactive molecules that can help take care of your body system. Now, others use it with taxus leaf, with ginseng. If you're very familiar with the Chinese culture, you find out that ginseng is a very, very popular, stuff that they use in healing and treatment. Okay. Now, Cordyceps sinensis, that's the specific species now, has been very popular, okay, in the open market, and even the US Food and Drug Administration have come to consider it as a dietary supplement that can be taken as food. Okay, so for those people that are always afraid to take Cordyceps militaris, some people take it as food. Okay, it has been accepted. Okay, and trust me, it is one of the most expensive forms of Cordyceps militaris. Here, they say prices range up to $20,000 per kilogram of wild Cordyceps sinensis. So it's like the most expensive mushroom in the world. So you're talking about, will I call it vintage food, right? Yeah, it is. It's in high demand around the world. So, but you see, because sinensis cannot be cultivated in the laboratory, we have to now, come down to look for something we can use at laboratory level, and that's why we use Cordyceps militaris. Now, Cordyceps militaris, when produced in the laboratory, has the same efficacy as Cordyceps sinensis when it's in the natural state. And that is why LONGRICH is not, looking back when it comes to Cordyceps militaris, right? LONGRICH is going in big time to ensure Cordyceps militaris is available to the population that need it, right? Now, there are different benefits of Cordyceps militaris, as I mentioned them earlier on, but I had to create a pictorial view so that those of us that couldn't follow when I was mentioning the names of the ailments that it could handle could just have a pictorial view of this. So you could screen grab this for future reference. You can see that it also has anti-aging properties. Okay, so if you want to have that young, beautiful look, okay, if you want to fight antioxidants and oxidative stress, Cordyceps militaris is for you, is here for you. If you want to fight COVID, if you want to fight, immune challenges, if you want to fight arthritis, cancer, and a whole lot of things, you can do that using Cordyceps militaris. Now, this is a picture of the form in which the LONGRICH Cordyceps militaris appears. It's in capsule form. So the LONGRICH cordyceps powder is contained in capsule form, in this product called the Baoteng LONGRICH Cordyceps militaris. Okay, you can see it's neatly packaged and it is highly effective. Highly effective. It helps to boost blood cell count for those people that have HIV and AIDS. It helps to, improve your cell count, helps to boost the immune system. It helps to keep you alive, okay? Now, what are the constituents contained in cordyceps militaris, right? So cordyceps militaris has numerous bioactive molecules, both macro and micromolecules, okay? And one of them is called cordycepin, okay? And next to it is called the cordycepic acid, also known as the mannitol, okay? Now, if you move downwards, we have other components such as amino acids. We have vitamins like vitamin E, K, B1, B2, B12. We have carotenoids, we have carbohydrates, we have proteins, we have sterols, we have nucleosides, we have essential micro and macro nutrients that you can get from cordyceps. Now, all these are contained in cordyceps militaris. Now, if you can get vitamins, if you can get amino acids, if you can get carotenoids, if you can get steroids, proteins, and carbohydrates, what else are you looking for in a product? You can see that this product is a product that has everything inside, okay? So I'm going to take you on a journey where we're going to look at the most important parts of the constituents, right? We're going to start with cordycepin. Now, cordycepin is a unique compound synthesized in cordyceps militaris. It helps to boost natural immunity. So it helps when you take it in, because cordycepin is contained within cordyceps militaris, you were sure to have natural immunity. In other words, when you are taking cordyceps militaris capsules, when you're around people that have highly infectious diseases, there is assurance that you will not come down with that particular challenge. I was talking to a friend, and I believe he's on this call. He told me he took cordyceps militaris for 12 months straight, as in every month he had a cup of cordyceps militaris at his disposal. And guess what? Despite the fact he's a health worker, battling with COVID and a whole lot of things, he has had the privilege of not enjoying the effects of COVID-19. Despite the spread, and despite the fact that people are having multiple contact with COVID-19. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that when you use cordyceps militaris, you're like that person, you're like a Superman that that has kryptonite energy, covering him up, and he has this bulletproof on that will bounce out any kind of attack, be it bacteria, viral attack, parasitic attack, any protozoan attack, whatever the attack is, you were sure to combat it. Now, aside that, because cordycepin is contained in cordyceps militaris, you were sure that immune stimulation will take place. Now, what is immune stimulation? Your immune system can be triggered because cordyceps militaris is contained. So even when your immune system is not wanting to act, because you've taken cordyceps militaris, your system can be triggered to release certain things that can combat foreign bodies when they try to attack your system. Peradventure, there's a disorder. If you're taking cordyceps militaris, that disorder can be arrested at the preliminary stage before it escalates into something else. And guess what? You are sure that you cannot have glycemic issues. You are sure that you cannot have lipidemic issues. You're sure that you cannot have tumors. Because imagine someone that is properly loaded with cordyceps militaris. Tumor cannot grow on the inside of you, because you see, cordycepin has tumor-destroying attributes. It has the ability to suppress tumor growth in the case of apoptosis. Okay, it can induce apoptosis, okay, and angiogenesis. It can inhibit angiogenesis. So when the cancer cells within the body begin to say, hey, I want to extend, I want to go into the bloodstream and move to other parts, cordyceps will say, no, you can't go anywhere. I'm going to stop you. Okay, cordyceps can stop the tumors from moving, can arrest the tumor. It can prevent the tumor from receiving oxygen and other components, the nutrition it needs to get. Don't forget that cancer cells can bully your natural cells to provide them with nutrition, can bully your cells to take out its waste. But with cordyceps in your system, it will tell those natural cells not to conform, and it will tell your immune system what to do in case immune cells have been corrupted by the cancer cells. So it will come in and call back those those cells that have been infected, or it will tell them to die and ask new ones to come up. Okay, now it has anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic effects on macrophages. Okay, cordyceps could switch the phenotype of a macrophage to M2 macrophage. So, for example, if a macrophage is malfunctioning, it can trigger it to switch, to evolve. So if it was in M1 stage, it can tell it to evolve to M2 to ensure that unnecessary inflammatory actions do not take place that affect your body system. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, it is. It is. So this is cordyceps militaris. Now you can see cordycepin, right? This is cordycepin. This is the chemical state of cordycepin. Now, this is a cancer cell here. Now, when cordycepin comes in contact with cancer cell, it would prevent, it will inhibit angiogenesis. Now, angiogenesis is the formation of new blood vessels. This process involves the migration, the growth, and the differentiation of epithelial cells, which line the inside walls of blood vessels. Okay, the process of angiogenesis is controlled by chemical signals in the body. So some of these signals, such as vascular epithelial growth factors, that's the VEGF here that you can see here. Okay, now this tells the cells to migrate, blood cells to create a branch so that blood cells can move and all that. But you see, with cordycepin here, it can inhibit this. So it will just block it here and say, hey, cancer cells, you can't move. I'm going to kill you here. And guess what? It will bind them there and, ensure that they're handled there. It can also, trigger, apoptosis, okay? It can ensure that, it regulates the signal of the ERK here. You can see the ERK here, right? To tell it, hey, you have to die now. You can't stay alive. The immune system is saying die and you're refusing to die. Why? Die, okay? That kind of thing. So having cordyceps in your system helps to, take care of that, okay? It helps to tell your body, the cells in your body what to do in case the immune system has lost that direction. Now we have polysaccharides contained in cordyceps, okay? Now, polysaccharides have crucial bioactive components, okay, within. Now, these components have antiviral action, they have antioxidative action. Now imagine cordycepin having these actions, the polysaccharides contained, having the same action. So you can't get it wrong. And that is why even a Chinese one will get the same result, an African will get the same result, someone from another race will get the same result, because we have multiple actions attacking the same thing at the same time. So while cordycepin is working, the polysaccharides are working also to reduce inflammation, to ensure that your system is working at its essential level. And don't forget that the polysaccharides to have effective control of blood sugar, and they have anti-metastatic and anti-tumor effects. So they can prevent, they can protect your immune system and your body system from the actions of cancer cells. Now we also have what we call carotenoids contained in Cordyceps militaris. Now carotenoids are a class of phytonutrients, okay? They are plant chemicals that are found in cells of a wide variety of plants, algae, and bacteria. Now, these phytonutrients help the plants to absorb light energy for use in photosynthesis. So in order for them to make food, okay, you need this phytonutrients. Now, if you observe when I showed you the picture of Cordyceps militaris, you notice that Cordyceps has an orange look. Okay, now that orange look is as a result of the presence of carotenoids. Okay, now so it gives that characteristic color. Okay, so in the case of pumpkins, find out pumpkins have their green color, carrots have their own color, corn has their own peculiar, tomatoes has its own color, salmon, lobster, shrimps, all these things are as a result of the presence of carotenoids. Okay, now so for that yellow-orange color in Cordyceps militaris, it's as a result of carotenoids, right? Now I'm going to go straight into what carotenoids can do. So carotenoids improve cognitive functions, okay? Has to do with the brain, right? It takes care of the brain, takes care of the eye. It reduces the level of cortisol and the symptoms of stress in young and adult humans, okay? It reduces the effect of antioxidants, of free radicals. In other words, it induces antioxidant effects to prevent you from aging, unnecessarily. And it's also diet rich, okay, because it helps to also build your immune system, okay, when it comes to males and females, okay. Now, moving on, we have several medical benefits of cordyceps militaris in your system. So when you take cordyceps or any type of species of cordyceps, you are sure that number one, it will give you anti-tumor benefits. You cannot have tumors because you have cordyceps in your system, okay? It will reduce acidosis, it will reduce tumor cell multiplication, okay? It also helps in reducing blood cholesterol level. In other words, you will not have bad cholesterol stored up in your system when cordyceps militaris, is in there because of the amino acids that it has within it, okay? It helps to support the activity of the adrenal glands. It helps, and this really helps when it comes to stress, okay? Don't forget that your stress hormones are at their highest when when your adrenal glands suffer when you have perpetual stress, issues. So when your stress is not going down, your adrenal glands will suffer. But as a result of taking cordyceps militaris, you're sure that your stress can be reduced over time. It helps to improve sleep. It reduces anxiety. Don't forget that we have the carotenoid there to help your eyes, help cognition. It also helps your body system to sleep. Okay, it increases serum resistance. It has antioxidants. It improves memory. Okay, it slows down the aging process, as I said earlier on, as a result of the antioxidant properties. It has natural antibiotics. It has antiviral actions. It has antibacterial actions. Now, I tell people, when you're prospecting or you're telling someone about cordyceps, don't just say it's an antibiotic. No, don't use that, because you see, the moment you mention it's an antibiotic, you channel the person's mind to limiting the function to only the antibacterial action that it can carry. So when you're telling somebody about cordyceps, it's better to say, oh, this product has antibacterial action, it has antiviral action, it has anti-plasmodium actions, it has antiparasitic actions, and a whole lot. Okay, it's better that way. But if you say it's a natural antibiotic, people's mind will just limit it to bacterial action. Okay, now it's a gastric protector in the sense that it prevents stress ulcer, it prevents traumatic stress, and it also prevents, lingering of, issues in your stomach or your digestive tract. Okay, now it's a strong regulator. In other words, it helps to regulate your immune system. Okay, so if your immune system is on hyperdrive, trust cordyceps militaris to call it order. Now, it's an adaptogen. It carries out selective stimulation of body functions. Now, when I use the word selective stimulation, I mean, when you take in cordyceps militaris, sometimes you could say, oh, I have this challenge. I want to take cordyceps militaris for this problem. Now, don't forget that your body system has a way of apportioning nutrients when the need arises. So, for example, if you have, let's say, brain issues and, reproductive issues, when nutrients will go first to the brain before it will go to your reproductive organ because of selective stuff. Because if anything happens to the brain, trust me, the body's going to shut down, right? So the body's going to take care of the most important while it comes back later to take care of the other one. So you could say, oh, I have low sperm count, and probably there is something, affecting your brain, and you take cordyceps militaris. Cordyceps is going to take care of your brain issue first, right? Before it comes. And that's why we tell people, don't just take one cup and let it go. Because you see, you don't know the cleanup process cordyceps has to take in your system. It has to do a lot. Imagine a person that's not been conscious of his or her blood pressure, her cholesterol level, or probably a person having heart problems. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm having low sperm count, sorry. And I need to take care of that. That's what's most important to me. Hey, your body's going to do selective stimulation. It's going to take care of the one that needs it the most. Then when it's done taking care of that one, it will not move. So it's important that you follow our 90 days plan. Give your body what it needs to take care, to do the cleanup it needs. Don't forget that your body is like a house. When it's sick, it's dirty. It needs, the necessary cleanup to make it come back to that healthy and beautiful state. So when you take in cordyceps militaris for maintenance, ensure you do a thorough job, okay? Because you don't know what it's handling in there at that particular time, okay? Now, cordyceps militaris extract helps to modulate your immune system, okay? It has control over enzymes and, precursors that need to, be triggered to ensure that your immune system is working at the capacity that it should. It's a cardioprotector. It takes care of your heart, okay? It increases stress resistance. It regulates your blood pressure. It has anticoagulant effect, okay? So you're sure that your heart is not going to, have any challenge when you take cordyceps militaris. It also has hepatoprotective, action, where it takes care of your veins, it takes care of your arteries. It ensures that, the proteins in your blood are in their normal state and everything is going on fine. It also takes care of your, kidneys, okay? It takes care of your lungs, okay? It prevents asthma, prevents tuberculosis, it relieves cough, it reduces mucosal secretions and night sweats, and a whole lot of other things. So it protects, it does general protection, okay? It increases insulin synthesis. So for people that are diabetic, as a result of the body not, producing insulin or not responding to the instruction of insulin, when you take cordyceps militaris, that's a way of triggering, the synthesis of insulin and ensuring that your glucose is properly metabolized. Okay, and that is why, we recommend this because of this selective, action that it has. So it has anti-diabetic action. Now, don't also forget that it's also energizing. In other words, cordyceps militaris has, the ability to increase your ATP level, okay? It has, the ability to increase the production of energy in your body system. So for people that have high sugar level, you find out that when you take cordyceps militaris, your sugar level might increase. And that is why when we prescribe cordyceps to you, we tell you, take it with what? Slimming tea, okay? So that your slimming tea can also help to detox your system of that challenge you already have, while cordyceps has the time to take action in your body system, okay? So take your slimming tea or you take your blood fat tea, any of the two will help to ensure that your sugar level does not spike, okay? It's a universal tonic for chronic diseases. It helps to regulate male infertility. Trust me, it helps to boost the libido for men and for women. So if you're having low sperm count as a man, if you take LONGRICH cordyceps militaris, it will help to boost your libido. It also helps to take care of your reproductive organ. And don't forget, we have special cordyceps militaris for men that helps to take care of their libido. Okay, so as you know, LONGRICH products have PVs attached to everything that, so any product you buy on LONGRICH platform has what we call point value. Okay, it has what we call point value. And at this particular time, I'm going to call on Jamie to take us, through how you can benefit from the point value system that is offered by LONGRICH. So in other words, when you buy something from LONGRICH has a way of rewarding you for your purchase. Okay, so Jamie, if you're on this call, I'd like you to unmute yourself and, come tell us how we can make money using cordyceps, using the LONGRICH products. Hello, Jamie, can you hear me? Please come on camera.
Okay. Can you see me?
Okay, just go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so the LONGRICH, every product in LONGRICH has a point value, which is PV. Okay, so when you want to come into the business, we have different entry levels for different countries. But for tonight, we'll just be focusing on the entry level for Nigeria. Now, the first one, which is the lowest, is the starter combo entry level. For that, you just need to come in with 14,000 naira And then you're not just paying the 14,000 naira, you're giving products that amount to, or even what's more than that amount you're paying for. So you are not even losing anything. You are getting products that you need for yourself. And the qualification for this entry level is 4 PV. Now, if you decide that, okay, you don't want to come in with the starter combo, you want to move up to the Q silver level, you can come in with the products amounting to 60 PV. I won't use the price here because that price is just a price range. Okay, you can actually get products you need for yourself that could be lesser than the amount or the exact amount. Okay, so for Q Silver, you need the qualification of 60 PVs. So all you have to do is get products, you calculate the points attached to each product, and when it's up to 60 PV, you're qualified to come in as a Q Silver member. For Silver member, you have the 120 PVs. For gold, it's 240 PVs. For platinum, 720 PVs. Now, if you don't even want to go through these various entry levels, you can pick the one that works for you, and then from time to time you build, you upgrade your qualification to from Q Silver to Silver to Gold to Platinum to VIP. Now all this upgrade has different percentage that you get from the company. Okay, so when you're a Q Silver partner, your percentage is 8%. Then when you're a Silver partner, it's also 18%. If you're a Gold partner, you have 20%, Platinum is 22%, and then VIP, you have 22% plus 1% global shares. Okay, then this time you become like, be like a shareholder with LONGRICH International. Now, you don't need to stress yourself about growing in the business, okay? You grow at your own pace. All you need to do is come into the business, you bring in 3 persons. You might be saying, where do I want to get 3 persons? How do I want to grow this? It's easy. Tell person what works for you and then introduce them to the business. You bring in your 3 persons. Your 3 persons does the same thing you do, and your business begins to grow that way. There's no stress. There's no time frame in which you can use to grow this business. If you decide to come in today and maybe something happens, you're not able to grow business in 2 months, where you stop, whenever you're ready to come back, you would meet no pressure, nothing at all. The business also have a lot of ways in which we earn. You can earn retail bonuses, you can earn from the company. Now, retail bonuses is you can decide to make the product your business full-time. You can get products from the company and then you sell higher than how much you've gotten it, and then you start making your money from there. And take note that once you even buy the products from the company already pays you because you are using, they're telling you thank you for using our products, they are paying you that way. So you are getting payments from the company. You're also making your own retail bonuses from the company. Now, another thing is, if the people you brought to bring make the same progress you are making, the company pays you for the people that you brought, like the efforts your downlines are doing, the company pays you for that. If their downlines, those people that they brought to do the same thing, the company pays you that way. So you're earning from that. You're earning from buying the product. You're earning from buying and reselling the product. The company also has a lot of bonuses, travel bonuses, car bonuses, house bonuses, and even scholarships. So there's really a lot to benefit from LONGRICH, like a lot. There's no excuse for you not to join the business. There's no excuse for you not to grow in the business. This business is one business that has produced first-time millionaires. I mean, first-time legit millionaires. It's not just people that just want to get rich fast. No, it's not like that. With hard work, you earn your money very well, and then you're good to go. So everything is perfect with LONGRICH. Everything is amazing with LONGRICH. So if you're on this call and you're thinking about to join, you can just reach out to anyone that invited you and then tell the person they are ready to join, okay? And when you, everything you have listened today, go out there, tell people about what you've heard about LONGRICH. You might not even decide to bring them into the business at first because that might scare them away, okay? All you need to do is Tell them about the cordyceps militaris you've heard about today. You can see the amazing thing that this product does. You can save a life. You can decide, okay, probably you don't know who you will meet. You can give the product to someone that you don't know who the person is. It works for the person gives it to someone else, it works for that person, and then your business begins to grow. You might not even decide to bring in people into the business, but then when you keep selling this product, you are gaining your profit that way. Remember that when you're buying from the company is already paying you. And then when you sell it out, you're not just getting profit, you're also getting value. You might not even know who you're giving the product to. You don't know where your help will come from. Okay, so LONGRICH business is a fantastic business. It's legit, it's amazing, and everything you listen to, please tell everyone about your business. You can save a life, okay? You can save a life today, you can save a life tomorrow, and keep using the product. Okay, so call to action, switch your brand, okay? Switch your brand to LONGRICH organic products. Be a product user. Whatever you're talking about, let people know that you use it. You might just go out there and tell a person that I use it. People can tell when you're telling somebody that this product works for this and you are not using it. You're not telling them with conviction, and you can tell that, okay, this thing is not how it is. Then empower yourself with knowledge. Don't just know that, okay, cordyceps is for this, green tea is for this. Try to get more knowledge about the product. What does this product contain? How can I recommend this for somebody? How can this work for another person? Okay, don't keep quiet. Tell people about the product. Use personal testimonies to motivate people. Some people might be discouraged about the health status of their life and all of that. When you tell a person that, okay, someone used this, it's worked for them, it can also work for you. This is not the end of everything. And then the person is refreshed and you've saved their soul. Okay. Saving someone from an health challenge is a very, very, it's an amazing thing, because the best insurance you can give to yourself is your health. And when somebody is healthy, especially when they know that what you told them is something that helped them to get their health back, they are going to cherish your value and they will always want to come back. So keep telling people about the business and keep getting the products and keep earning your PVs. Remember that with LONGRICH, it's all about a better life and a better future.
Wow, Jamie, thank you so much for an excellent job done. Thank you so much. Guys, I hope you got value. So you know what, you've heard it all. At this particular point, I would like to take questions. I just looked into the chat and I saw a question about autism. As you know, autism is a disorder and it's as a result of a lot of things. So, but you see, when a person takes cordyceps militaris, cordyceps can help, to help the person cope with the situation. Now, as you all know, autism does not have a cure for now, but cordyceps can help. So I would suggest that if you can get cordyceps militaris and other supplements offered by LONGRICH Bioscience, they will help handle, little challenges. Like cordyceps helps with cognition, cordyceps helps to give energy, cordyceps helps to, manage the immune responses within the body. So I believe when you use cordyceps to handle these little things, it will make that particular person with the challenge more comfortable. So I think that will be that for that. Now, I have someone on this call called Prince Rich. Prince Rich, if you can hear me, I would like you to come and talk to us for just 2 minutes, because I think we have 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, it's already 9 o'clock, but I think everyone here will forgive us if we stay for 2 more minutes. Prince Rich, please come and share your testimony with us. I need you to share with us on how cordyceps gave you bulletproof, protection from COVID-19 when everyone in your office came down with COVID, even at home. How you did it, please share with us in 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, okay? Because we have to run, right?
All right. Can everyone hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, everybody, my name is Prince, all right? This platform has been amazing. I got my knowledge in cordyceps by listening to Coach D sometimes last year. And ever since then, I've been taking cordyceps for the past complete like every day for now 12 months. And it happens to be that I'm a health professional. Everybody in my place of work got COVID. Even in my own house, my wife, she works at the emergency unit. She came back, she got COVID. In the same house, the same bed, she cooked for me to do everything in the same house. I never got COVID because she doesn't believe in long-range product. But I know what it is because of the knowledge I have in this exposure platform. So that is awesome for me. One thing happened again 3 days ago. My wife, her chest was whistling, so I could hear the sound, and I know what it is. So in the morning, we're about to call the GP. I said, "You don't need a GP, just take cortisone." So she took the cortisone in the morning, afternoon, and that was all. Overnight, the chest was cleared. It's amazing, honestly. I'm a super testimony on this cortisone, to be honest with you. Even flu, I can't remember when I got flu last. In my place of work, I got a voucher now for £200 for they crown me as the most healthiest, in outbreak. During those outbreak, I never called sick, no cortisone. They even tested me to see if I had it without knowing. There's no trace of COVID. I really give God the glory for that. God bless you.
Mr. Prince, I have to clap for you because you see, this testimony is mind-blowing. When we tell a lot of people that this thing can happen to you, they are like, "Oh, you guys want to sell products? Oh, yeah, you're trying to sweet talk me into using your products because you're a network marketer." But you see, we've gotten to the level where it is more than just being a network marketer. We are providers of value. I don't know what else to say. So if you're on this call and this is your first time, don't be a doubting Thomas. Go get your cordyceps militaris and get it now, okay? So guys,
to tell you that to see how important it is, I've been looking for cordyceps now. It's not in Nigeria where to find. Do you know that I have to contact Ghana? It cost me £70 for postage just to get a cordyceps. To see that I can get cordyceps, it doesn't matter where they have in any part of the world. As long as they have cordyceps in that country, I will get it.
Wow. So did you hear that? So if people are telling you your product is too expensive, don't forget I told you that people buy cordyceps sinensis, as in 1 kg per kilogram, $20,000 to get 1 kg of cordyceps. So when you go out to tell people about cordyceps and you hear them saying it's too expensive, you just take your bags and you walk away, right? Yeah, because you see, I'm done explaining to people, I'm done persuading or begging people about the value contained in the product I talk about. Do you know why? When you're tired of your challenge, you will come back and get it. Because you see, some of us, we know the value and we're willing to pay the price to get it, and to use it for our own health. Do you know how much you've saved in 12 months for healthcare bills? Imagine if you had to consult during that time duration. Do you know how much you would have spent? So you see, when we talk about our products, we're not talking about it from a place of, please patronize me, I'm sorry, buy from me. No, we're telling you, if you want it, get it. If you don't want it, there's no problem. You carry your bag, you walk away. Because when you have value, you don't beg.
My wife doesn't play with cordyceps anymore, to the extent that even yesterday I said I can't get it. She was even the one that suggested that, okay, let me pay for delivery. She knows how important it is for the cordyceps, how powerful it is because of the example it's shown in my family. I keep telling her, use cordyceps. All the product I've used, in fact, every day I normally use up to, let's say, over 16 products a day. Wow. I'm telling you, I wake up in the morning, I take 2 cordyceps, peri oil, Atro, Cassion, vitamin C, and coffee. In fact, every day.
Mr. Prince,
I
think they're a working cordyceps system. Okay. So thank you. Because of time, we'll just have to call it here. So guys, you've heard it. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. You've heard it from Mr. Prince. You've heard it from me. You've heard it from the science point of view. If you noticed in the training, I gave you a lot of references to go check up. Go and read it up yourself. We're not trying to make these things up. It's real. It's working. I've seen testimonies. We've handled breast cancer issues. And when I tell you we've handled this thing, I'm not saying somebody told me. I'm saying I have seen it. It's just I can't show you guys pictures because you see, I feel for you guys because when I show you certain things, you may not be able to sleep at night. So I try as much as possible to give animated views so that you don't get scared. Because you see, people are having real life challenges. But you see, when you take this supplement, you can hit your chest and say, by God's grace, till I check out, I would not have cancer. I would not have high blood pressure. I would not have diabetes. I would not have, hyperglycemia issues or whatever. You can be sure of that. And for those of us in Nigeria, where the government does not care about our well-being or anything, we can take care of ourselves. We can take our health in our hands. So guys, take your health in your hands, okay? I'm going to leave you with the statement I always, leave you with. Good health is better than what? Success, is better than money, is better than influence, is better than anything. Because you see, when you mortgage your health, you cannot buy it back with any amount of money, because at that time, it might be too late. So from here, it's thank you and it's good night, okay? Or sorry, it's good morning, because always morning with Longrich. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. See you again next week, Wednesday. Don't forget to invite your friends. Don't forget to invite your well-wishers. Don't forget to invite your family members. We have value, on this call. And trust me, you could just save a soul by bringing them to our product expose. So thank you very much. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. See you next week. Bye.